Good afternoon and welcome to the Cruise Amigos Live. Coming to you from Central Virginia. Those of you that saw my show earlier, I know that John was having a little medical procedure done. Well, I heard from Ronnie. It got something screwed up and they had to, anyway, got delayed. So, as Ronnie said, John can't come and play today. So, I kind of expected that. You never count on any kind of medical procedures going as they're scheduled. Not at our age. So, anyway, John's not going to be with us today. And I do that Amigo Martin he's doing something with the Cruise Monkeys. So he's going to be here, but after the Cruise Monkeys. Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn. Heavens, I need a nap. All right, I have actually a couple news stories for you guys today. I know this is not normally a news story kind of thing, but this was announced this morning. AMA Waterways, they do a lot of those river cruise ships. They're now introducing pickleball on the river cruises. Now, pickleball is the fastest growing sport, they claim. I don't know, in the world, in the United States, it's growing somewhere. Actually, pickleball looks like a pretty cool game. It's a mixture of tennis, ping pong, and I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of a mixture of tennis and ping pong, if you can imagine such a thing. Racquetball, I guess, would fit somewhere in that vicinity. I sat and watched it on one of the ships I was on, just because I had nothing else to do. And it was a nice sunny day, and I was sitting in the sun watching. I was watching a husband and wife. I assume they were husband and wife. I shouldn't make that assumptions. A male and female team playing two guys. The two guys appeared to be fairly athletic. I mean, this one a couple, fat sloppy guys like I'd be out on a pickleball court. I mean, they look, pretty athletic. The husband and wife team kicked their butts. But it's an interesting game. I probably as a little bit younger man, when I had some mobility, I could definitely see me playing pickleball. So, but it's now on river ships. So, congratulations to the folks at AMA for having the looking ahead enough to see that. Of course, Mike's with us. Nikki's here. Hi, Nikki. Sonny's with us. Hi, y'all. All right, the other thing today, folks, a lot of you guys are aware of the fact that I have been researching excursions for my upcoming cruise. But I do want you to know, folks, that my sanity will prevail. This is known as paratriking. Are you familiar with paratriking? Yeah. This is a fully wheelchair accessible excursion in Cartagena. I can tell you one thing about this, folks. I ain't gonna be there. No way in the world would you get me in that. thing. I'm not even sure how. I would assume it's like parasailing. It's up there on it. It could be a balloon, but up there somehow up in the air. I was thinking more parasailing kind of thing with a big sail. Not sure how they get up. I knew just looking at it. It wasn't going to be for me. But paratriking is available as a wheelchair accessible excursion. So I'm thinking that you can actually get up to the however they put you off in those things. I assume obviously you have to leave your chair or scooter on the ground and come back to it. I'm sure they have facilities for that, or they wouldn't be calling it wheelchair accessible. So, and again, the excursions that I put on my blog the last 3 days from Puerto Limon and from Cartagena today, and yesterday from Colón in Panama. I have not been on any of these excursions, folks. I cannot say, in fact, that they are totally wheelchair accessible and recommend them because I haven't been there. I'm hoping to do a couple of the excursions and to check them out next week. That's my intention, at least. So those of you that may not know this, Sonny says, never heard of a paratriking. Yeah, no. I'm not going to do it. I am not a daredevil like Hot Air Tom. That looks like something that would be right up Hot Air Tom's alley. All right, so my schedule for next week, I fly from Richmond to Miami on Sunday. I will have the whole day to explore Miami, which I've not had time in Miami with. I'll have my power chair with me so I can get out and do some things. Again, that's going to be a good test to have the chair. So maybe not want to go too far from the hotel, but still to get out and do some things. So I'm looking forward to that. And then, of course, Monday I go over and get on the Norwegian Joy. Now, I understand from Hot Air Tom that to go from the Intercontinental where I am, will be staying, to the cruise port took Hot Air Tom and Cindy over an hour last week because of the construction traffic. So I'll have to give myself plenty of time to get there. Let's see, what else did I have for today? Okay, so then I get on the Joy on Monday. Got a couple days at sea. We go to Puerto Limon, Costa Rica on Thursday. I have to think. I have to go back and count my days, folks. We'll be in Puerto Limon on Thursday. Then Friday, we're in Colón. Saturday in Cartagena. Sunday in Aruba. Monday in Curacao. So we've got 5 port days in a row before another day at sea. And then we go into Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic before a couple sea days back to Miami. So we get back in Miami on the 12th. The group that we're hosting, it's not a huge group, but it seems like a fairly active group. There's 14 in our group plus me and Justin. So we have 16 cabins total. Justin, of course, he's got all of his excursions booked. He's way more organized than I am because, when I first started on this cruise, I didn't know anything about excursions because going through the list from Norwegian, every one of them said that it's not suitable for wheelchairs or scooters, which is what I find on excursions all the time. So I let Justin just completely take that end of the cruise and go with it. Well, now I've got the chair. I'll have the chair with me. So that gives me a little more flexibility on the excursions, only because the chair is light enough. It'll fold up and can go in a bus, underneath. I can fold it up and put it in my trunk, and I can do that myself. So that will be give me flexibility for doing things on excursions, even if it's in a van or a cab. I know with that, I can get transportation now, which in a scooter, quite often I couldn't. So that gives me some more options. So I'll probably do, some of these excursions. I won't do one for every port. I can't afford that. That's just, even though these are not really expensive ones, still that adds up if you're doing one at every port. But we'll see. I'll see how I stretch my money. But anyway, that's coming up on this weekend. I leave Sunday. I actually leave shortly after midnight Sunday because my flight in Richmond is about a 2.5-hour drive. My flight's at 6, so get to the parking and get the shuttle over to to the airline. I give myself a little extra time, and then hopefully everything will be on schedule, which would be lovely for a change. All right, paratriking. Yeah, no, not going to do that. Too bad Hot Air Tom's not here. We'd sign him up for that one in a heartbeat. So no sign of Martin yet. I was hoping Martin would make it in. I'm not sure how long he's going to be with the Cruise Monkeys. I guess they're all on or at least the Cruise Monkeys are on Virtuoso maybe today. Let's see what Martin said in his message to me. There it is. Martin says we'll be on ASAP hosting Cruise Monkeys on Virtuosa today. Their meetup is 5:30. So they're doing a meetup with the Cruise Monkeys. And then hopefully Martin will be over. All right, I put off using this, kind of waiting for John, but I just can't avoid it any longer, folks. And I promise you, I'm not going to make any reference to rednecks. Bridget Watkins, 43, of Summit, Arkansas, who allegedly took fawns into her home and raised the deer with intentions of training them to attack hunters, was taken into custody on Friday. At the time of the arrest, Watkins was in possession of several grams of meth, 4 deer, and lots of stolen, broken electronics. Attention was drawn to Watkins when she began giving meth to the young deer, and they were caught rummaging through people's garages and back porches. A homeowner followed one of her deer back to Watkins' residence in an attempt to recover his property and found himself face to face with Watkins wearing only a duct tape bikini, disassembling his clock radio. Further charges are pending. Yeah, now let's see. Did I get the pictures up for that one? I got to go. Okay. Let's see. What did I do? What did I do with the pictures now? Let's check brand. Did I load them up? No, I just loaded up the paratrekking. Okay. Okay, so I got to load these folks. So what a strange story. But anyway, I was going to use that with John. We'll probably have to refer back to that one at some point in time. However, this is the lovely lady that was giving meth to deer. I can't believe that, number one, she would be giving meth to deer to start with. And of course, this is, this is one of the deer in her house. Doesn't everybody have a deer in their bedroom? No. What's with the broken electronics? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But then, Sonny says, what a wacko. The lady needs to be locked up. I completely agree with that one. Yeah, think of the money you're wasting giving the meth to a deer or any other animals. Yeah, throw away the key on that. So, let's see. What else do we have? What else do I have going on this month? When I get back from the first cruise, I have another cruise in May. I'm going to go up to Bayonne, New Jersey, and sail on Liberty of the Seas. It's kind of a shorty. It's a 4-night cruise. Only stop is in Halifax. I've been to Halifax 10 times. I like Halifax. I've enjoyed several things. My favorite story about Halifax, and that was back in the day when I had a traveling companion, and we were there on Canada Day, or whatever they call it up there, Canada. Maybe it's just Canada Day. Anyway, it's in July, first part of July, and we walked off the pier in Halifax and got into the downtown area. The downtown's kind of on a hill in Halifax, Nova Scotia. So we turned and walked up a couple blocks up the hill and then turned down toward the center of town a couple blocks up the hill. And about in the middle of that block found what we were looking for, which was a local restaurant and bar, which we went in and had lunch and several adult beverages and talked to a bunch of people in there and find out that we had to stick around because the Canada parade was coming up shortly. So we sat there through the afternoon and watched the parade go by in Halifax, Nova Scotia, with a bunch of really whacked out Canadians. We had such a good time there. They would have given me anything to go back to the ship and get a carton of Marlboro Light cigarettes. they would have given me an insane amount of money because of what they had to pay for cigarettes up there back in the day. I didn't do that, by the way, folks. And then let's see, what else do I have? That's all I have booked now until August. And I do my side to sides in Alaska. I'm going to fly to Vancouver and sail on the Nordam, which is actually the cruise that was moved from June. I'm going to sail on the Nordam to Anchorage. I'll get into Anchorage. And get some transportation to the hotel that John and I are going to stay in Anchorage. I actually get to the hotel the day before John arrives. So he and I are going to spend 2 days in Anchorage doing some of the sites, some of the things that John just picked out that he wanted to do. A couple museums, things that are all handicap accessible. Anchorage is supposed to be an extremely accessible city, so I'm looking forward to testing that out. And then we're going to get back in take the train up to Whittier and get on the Sapphire Princess for our hosted cruise that I'm hosting with my friend Nate. Nate will be on that cruise as well, and a whole bunch of folks. So we're looking forward to that. And then in November, I do Carnival Conquest. That's with Pittsburgh Jason. And then December 2nd, the Norwegian Escape. That's what I've got scheduled so far this year. And I know I have some holes in my schedule. And we'll see about filling those as we go. But, that's what I'm doing ahead. All right. She's getting messages from the great beyond with the broken electronics. I should have known that, Sonny. Yeah. I can imagine. Why is she disassembling the poor man's clock radio? Maybe it's because she hears voices. I don't know. You could hear voices on a clock radio, and she's trying to get rid of them. Maybe that's the case. All right. Martin hasn't shown up yet. So, all right, guys, I'm going to call a stop to this. I need to go take a nap. And since I don't have my partners here to play with, I don't no sense of just sitting here totally wasting your time and me padding for time. So I'm going to call it a day, guys. Again, I'll be back on my show tomorrow. Same time, same place. So please feel free to join me. And then Monday, I have no idea what Monday show going to be like. Probably very early, like 8 o'clock-ish. So I can have plenty of time to get through the traffic and get over to the Norwegian Joy with all the construction. So I probably will do the show early on Monday and maybe do another live stream during the day on Monday. We'll see. So, all right, guys, as always, thanks for being with me. Stay safe, stay healthy. Think about cruising. Hopefully we'll all get together on the high seas See you guys next week on the Cruise Amigos. I'll be on the Norwegian Joy, hopefully with some Cruise Amigos partners. And I'll see everybody back on my show tomorrow morning. Have a fantastic day, everybody. See you next time.